So if you've been a long-term viewer of the channel, you might remember some stories that I told many years ago, probably 3-4 years ago. There's this one character that used to be in some of the stories on my channel that I used to refer to as the redneck friend. And I had a couple people in the comment section requesting that I go back and reminisce. So I remember this day was a really hot summer day. We were hanging out behind one of the convenience stores in my town, a really chill spot. There used to be this really big willow tree. We just sit underneath it, sit on our skateboards and just pass bowls around and drink Arizona iced teas. It was amazing. And now, I don't know if we had anything to do with it, but they cut that tree down, so rest in peace that spot. It was one of the spots that we'd go to almost all the time in the summer just because it was so conveniently close to the convenience store. Like I said, we were skating around, so, 90 degrees, 100% humidity, we're all sweaty, it's just a bad time. I remember I was waiting there because I was waiting for my plug to come through, give us some weed for the day, and we were also waiting for my redneck friend to show up because he wanted to hang out. He was always trying to hang out. It was really fun to hang out with him, I'm not gonna lie. We used to actually get into some fun stuff, but not today. And I remember when I picked up, this plug that I had at the time was just the most sketchy dealer that I've ever had in my entire life. Not sketchy in the fact that he was a scumbag and he'd take my money or anything. He just didn't give a shit. He had that vibe that is like, college kid, brah, pastel shorts with the collared shirt, brah. I can do whatever I want because my parents have a lot of money and I have awesome lawyers. Just that kind of vibe, This dude would whip into wherever we are going like fucking 40 miles an hour, screech the tires as he brakes and everything, whip down his window and just like toss me the bag, just in broad daylight. He didn't give a shit. He used to put me on the spot all the time. He showed up, and this time was a lot more chill just because the willow tree was there. It used to hide all of the illegal activities we were doing. So he showed up, gave me some super dank nugs. Super dank. I don't remember the strain because this was many years ago, but it was up there, man. It was really nice. We all pack a bowl. I remember my good friend had a really nice Sherlock pipe. I have very vivid memory of this pipe on this day. It was super small, but it was also intricate, like locally blown glass. So after we all smoke, maybe 20 minutes goes by, the redneck friend shows up. But he's not alone. He's got a family friend that we had never met. And if you've been a long-term viewer of the channel, you might remember that, he speaks with a slight southern accent. He's not the smartest. He just does stupid stuff. But his family relative was about 20 times more ridiculous than he was. Like, he rolled up with a full lip full of dip. He whips out this knife and he starts showing us all these knife tricks, just flipping it around his hand and stuff. And we're actually kind of entertained. I mean, we're sitting there stoned, just sitting there doing nothing. It was kind of funny to me because it was kind of funny to all of us just because of his accent and how ridiculous, like all the stuff he was saying was just ridiculous. And he looks up at the willow tree and he's like, I bet you $20 I can't throw that knife in the tree. And listen, I promise that's a bad accent, but I'm not exaggerating. That's literally what it sounded like, with a mouth full of dip. And all of us just start laughing like, dude, we're not going to pay you, but I mean, if you want to do it, go for it, man. He's like, all right, you guys are going to pay up. He fucking chucks this knife, end of Modern Warfare 2 campaign style, right into the tree, 100% accuracy. This guy was pretty talented at this, I have to say. It was pretty cool to see him do that. But keep in mind, now it's like 20 feet up in this tree, just stuck in it. And he looks over at us like, all right, who's gonna get it? You're fucking crazy, bro. We're not getting that. And for the next like 20 minutes, he just argued with us that we all owe him $20. Like, I don't know what in his mind made him believe that we were going to pay up any amount of money, because we're all broke at that point. Like, I spent my last $20-$40 on weed. We're done. That's it. We had like maybe $2 each for Arizonas. So as much as we used to love doing drugs in public places, we decided to actually leave that spot because we didn't want to get arrested. And we ventured off onto the bike path and eventually made it to this one spot from all of my old videos, the sand pits, a spot that doesn't exist anymore because they built a bunch of homes over it. It used to be these big mounds of sand in this big construction yard that we used to climb and just smoke weed all over the place. There's all these like really cool hidden paths in the back there that connect to the tobacco fields, and we'd have like secret campsites up on like random hills in the woods. I'm definitely glad I had this spot when I was a kid because it's like, I feel like that's like the authentic kid adventure experience that not a lot of people get to have. So we ventured off to the sand pits, and this is where things went south. No pun intended. So like I said, the sand pits kind of connect to the tobacco fields, and my good friend, my redneck friend, would always want to go to the tobacco fields because he was one of the people that would set up the secret campsites. He'd always be talking about, let's go to the secret campsite that I just made the other day. Nobody's been there before. He's trying to lure us into the tobacco fields to his new secret camp spot. This was the same dude that used to carry a cast iron pan with him. He'd set up a fire in the middle of the woods, cook bacon just randomly out of his backpack, just carry frozen bacon on him. And there was this one time he was cooking bacon in front of all of us. We were so stoned and super hungry. We hadn't eaten anything all day. This motherfucker's drunk as hell. He spits into the pan. And he's like, yep, that adds some extra flavor. Excuse me? What? I didn't eat any of it. Turns out it was all undercooked and everybody that ate it got food poisoning. Either way, back to the story. So like I said, the sand pit's connected to the tobacco fields, and my friend wanted to show us this new spot. So we were kind of climbing like a sand hill, kind of just like an incline. The top of the sand was just kind of where the woods began. And I was one of the last people in line because, you know, I'm lazy. And I was chilling talking with one of my good friends. My redneck friend and his family relative were the first in line. They were jumping up the mountain because they wanted to be right at the top. They were super excited to go to this spot. I remember his family relative got to the top of the hill. And me and my friend are about halfway up this kind of sand incline, this little sand hill, and then I just hear screaming. I hear bloody murder screaming at the top of this dude's lungs, like they're all getting murdered by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre up there. And then everybody there just bolts into all different directions. I don't even know what's going on. Everybody just starts yelling at the top of their lungs. I just immediately start backing up. I'm backing up a little bit with my friend, like, yo, what's going on? And then my redneck friend jumps off the fucking hill, slides down the sand, and he's like, there's bees everywhere. He's freaking the fuck out. I'm fucking booking it at this point. Dude, I'm out of there, dude. As soon as I saw him run and jump, I'm like, all right, there's a fucking mountain lion up there or something. I'm out, dude. I'm running, dude. Running with my skateboard. My friend's fucking running behind him. He's falling kind of behind. I hear him yell. I'm like, oh, shit. And then I fucking put two and two together in my head. I heard him say there's bees, but I still, dude, it was like adrenaline mode to the max, dude. And then I see my friend fucking hold his ankle kind of limping around, dude. And at that point, I was fucking out, dude. I was really far away from everybody. Everybody went in their separate directions, and eventually the friend that was next to me came up to me. He had like 3 bee stings on his ankle. It was fucked, dude. We couldn't find anybody else. Like, everybody dipped. Like, they just disappeared out of thin air. I'm sitting there trying to call everybody on my phone, trying to figure out what's going on. Me and him ended up skating over to a local pizza shop. Not the pizza shop from the first time smoking weed video, a different pizza shop. Got a couple slices of pizza, chilled out for about 20-30 minutes, and then we got a call. We got one of the funniest calls I've ever received on my cell phone. The way I worded that was a little bit weird, like I had gotten some house phone call that topped this, and I can assure you that's not the case. I got a call from one of the people that was there. Everybody that made it to the top of the hill got fucking annihilated by bee stings. And the worst part, my redneck friend, his family relative, he got head to toe fucked up by the bees. This is the worst part, okay? It makes me absolutely cringe to bring you guys this news, okay? Breaking news. He got over 10 stings on his dick, dude. He had to go to the hospital, rush to the ER, dude. Damn, can you imagine that? I am so beyond lucky. This is like the second time that my friends have disturbed a bee's nest, and I made it away scotch-free. You know, I'm not trying to jinx this situation. I'm not a super superstitious person, but damn, the person right next to me got fucked up by bees. I must have just, I don't know, Meryl. When there's danger behind me, I feel like my legs go into automatic mode. And I don't know, I run faster than I can ever imagine. Way faster than I normally can. I felt pretty bad, man. He was a pretty nice kid. You know, he was trying to show off his knife and, you know, just try to be cool and stuff like that. But at the same time, he was nice. No one deserves to step on an underground bee's nest and get fucked up by bees. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever encountered a bee's nest. Hopefully not, okay? This is probably the 4th time that's happened to me in my life. I remember the first time I ever stepped in an underground bee's nest. I was at summer camp, and my mom is really allergic to bees. Super allergic. Like, she'll die if she doesn't get the EpiPen, go to the hospital type situation. And I had never gotten stung by a bee. I got stung. I stepped right in an underground bee's nest. I was freaking the fuck out. I ran to the health office, crying my eyes out. I was like 7, relax, dog, right? Freaking the fuck out. But I guess, you know, like 15 minutes went by, and they're like, yo, you're chilling, man. Putting honeybees aside, because I know they're essential for pollinating plants, and can we just make a petition to just, like, get rid of all of other bees, you know? All the yellow jackets. They're just not nice. Alright? What benefit do they have? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Follow my cat on Instagram and me, okay? I mean, while you're there, you might as well follow both. But more importantly, my cat, okay? Look at him. Follow him. It's right on the screen. There's no excuse. Most important thing you could do today is drinking water and following my cat on Instagram. And also leaving a like on the video and subscribing with notifications. Thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon. I'm going to put a list of the names on screen right now. It's a lot of people, dude. Really helps pay the bills. I can't thank you guys enough. It really does help me out. If you guys want to support the channel and get access to the unlisted secret videos that I've been making for only $1 or $2 a month, check the link in the description for more information. And one last thing before I end this video. A little fun fact of the day here. Did you know that tigers have striped skin? That's not their fur. It's their skin. Stay high, stay lifted, and stay snazzy. Peace.